Chosen ones, a sudden love partner will uplift you beyond your wildest dreams. It may surprise or even shock you to hear what I'm about to say, but if you're seeing this video right now, it's no accident. In the fierce and electric pulse of this moment, you can feel your heart racing, clamoring for something new, something that shatters the walls of solitude you've known for far too long. You, dear chosen one, stand at the brink of a revelation that will topple every limit you've placed on your capacity to love and be loved. A partnership is on the horizon, roaring into your life like a comet, destined to catapult you to realms of fulfillment you once believed were myth. If your spirit trembles with anticipation, like this video, subscribe and comment 77 feet below to claim the radical transformation about to burst onto your path. Chapter 1. The Hush Before the Great Arrival. For ages, perhaps you've been trudging through your days, carrying the weight of unmet yearnings. You've felt the subtle pain of loneliness, the ache of unresolved desires, yet still pressed forward because you sense destiny's call. Late at night, your thoughts might drift to a dream of ultimate companionship, a love so deep and true, it would feel otherworldly. You tried to dismiss it, believing that life doesn't offer such gifts without a price. And so, you soldiered on, anchoring yourself in purpose and service, and every duty your path demanded. But beneath all that dedication lay an ember of longing. Then, in a quiet moment, maybe during a mundane chore or a fleeting second of daydream, you felt it, a shift in the wind, a subtle click in the universe's clockwork. Something in the air stirs with possibility, and your senses sharpen as though you're preparing for a grand entrance. Your intuition, that patient sentinel, starts to vibrate like a tuning fork struck by an invisible mallet. The hush before the storm envelops you, a silence so potent that you know it's the prelude to a monumental shift in your life. Yet at first you might resist naming it. All your training as a chosen one has taught you that dramatic moments often come cloaked in subtlety. Sometimes it's a random phone call or an unplanned outing. Sometimes it's a chance encounter on the street. The hush you feel right now is the cosmic space between your final doubts and the arrival of a partner who will obliterate those doubts forever. This silence is not emptiness. It's a womb where destiny germinates. You'll know it when you see it. The moment your eyes lock onto that sudden love partner, your heart will skip in recognition, as though you've always known each other, even if you've never met in this lifetime. What's crucial is not to let old cynicism or heartbreak poison this hush. The hush is sacred, in a gift that says, look, the universe has orchestrated a grand unveiling for you. If you approach it with gloom or disbelief, you risk missing the exact second that fate gently taps you on the shoulder. Keep your mind open, your senses alive. Let your quiet moments be a sanctuary for receding hints and signs, no matter how small or cryptic they may seem. And so, you stand on the threshold of a love that won't just fill an emotional void, but will amplify your inherent greatness. This hush is your final test of faith. Will you meet it with hope or hide behind layers of old pain? The silence offers no definitive answers, only promise. But promise for a chosen one is a drumbeat echoing from the future, urging you to step forward. That drumbeat grows louder with each breath. Soon the hush will shatter in a blaze of recognition, and the life you've known will shift in ways that leave you breathless. Chapter 2. The Challenge of Trusting the Unknown. In a life defined by fierce independence or perpetual self-reliance, accepting that someone could swoop in and elevate you beyond your imagination may feel like a gamble. You might wonder if such a sudden love is too good to be true, or if opening your heart will expose vulnerabilities you've spent years trying to fortify. Yet in the corridors of your soul, a quiet voice reminds you that not all unknowns are treacherous. Some are luminous beacons guiding you home. This chapter of your journey is about surrendering to a force greater than logic. You, dear chosen one, have trained your mind to solve problems and your will to overcome obstacles. But the love that is about to enter your life operates on a different frequency. It doesn't bow to logic. It emerges from synchronicities, serendipities, and cosmic alignments that defy rational explanation. Trust, then, becomes your greatest ally. To trust is to open a door and let that radiant energy flow into the cracks of your guided spirit. Doubt, of course, will attempt to smother that trust. It will remind you of past heartbreaks or of times you placed your faith in illusions. Yet every story of ruin also taught you resilience, shaped you into the discerning force you are today. Think of your doubt as a signpost, not a prison. It shows you where you've been hurt so you can honor that pain while still daring to believe in better outcomes. Real trust is forged in the fires of uncertainty. It's easy to trust when everything is guaranteed. It's a revolution to trust when the stakes are sky high. As the possibility of this sudden love lingers in your consciousness, you might experience moments of heartbreak's memory tugging at your sleeve, ghosts of old relationships when near misses could whisper that you're safer alone. But consider this: every scar you bear, every tear you've shed, has built a fortress of wisdom within you. That fortress doesn't exist to bar love out. It exists to welcome only those strong enough to scale its walls. This new partner, the one that the universe is steering toward you, arrives with precisely that strength. In the face of the unknown, remember how you've tackled other leaps of faith. When you answered the call to be a chosen one, you didn't know exactly where it would lead. You simply knew you had to follow the stirring in your heart. This new love is an extension of that same calling. It might ask you to be vulnerable, to relinquish the illusions of total control. Yet in surrendering, you gain something far greater than comfort: the chance to see a shared dream flourish in real time, fueled by two hearts beating in unison. So let trust guide you in these final moments before destiny unveils your next chapter. Let go of the illusions that love must be a battlefield. Let go of the narrative that vulnerability is weakness. Instead, hold on to the truth that your heart, refined by storms and triumphs, is ready to welcome the unstoppable brilliance of a connection that lifts you higher than you ever dared to dream. That is your challenge now, to trust the radiant unknown. Chapter 3: The Unexpected Collision of Souls. Then it happens, perhaps on a day you least expect, or in a setting so ordinary you almost miss the spot. Your eyes lock with another's, and it's as if a silent chord of recognition vibrates between you. There is no grand fanfare or theatrical spotlight, just an overwhelming sense that destiny has decided to unfold right here in the midst of your routine. Time seems to slow, your surroundings momentarily fade, and in that fleeting second, an entire cosmic story flares into existence. You might scramble for words, caught between excitement and the twinge of disbelief. Yet the conversation flows effortlessly. It's like stumbling upon a long-lost friend from another lifetime, someone who speaks your unspoken language. In the back of your mind, you recall all the moments you've daydreamed of a love so powerful it feels preordained. Now here it is, stepping out from the realm of fantasy into living color. This collision of souls doesn't necessarily manifest in a dramatic proclamation of "I've found you." It may start with a warm handshake, a lingering glance, or a playful exchange of humor that instantly clicks. Yet beneath that surface-level normalcy, you sense a gravitational pull drawing you closer in a way that mere attraction can't explain. It's more than hormones or fleeting chemistry. It's as though your respective energies recognize each other, like two pieces of an ancient puzzle finally snapping into place. Family and friends might notice something different about you almost immediately. They see the lightness in your step, the rare sparkle in your eyes that says something extraordinary just transpired. Even if you haven't fully processed it yourself, your aura shifts, making it obvious to those who know you. They might tease you about a sudden glow or remark that they've never seen you so at ease. You brush it off with a casual grin, but inside you're resonating with a joy that transcends language. But do not be fooled. The journey from this initial collision to a bond that will lift you to unimaginable heights isn't a simple one. Even soul connections must be nurtured, tested, and proven in the fires of real life. This is where your role as a chosen one again becomes essential. Because while a love so profound can be exhilarating, it also demands maturity, empathy, and a willingness to weave two distinct lives into a harmonious tapestry. Doubts will swirl, challenges will arise, but the core of this newfound connection is built to withstand them all, if you let it. Let the excitement course through your veins. Let it remind you that you are alive, that the universe is more creative than you could ever anticipate. This moment, this person, didn't crash into your orbit by accident. Every heartbreak, every lesson, every inch of your journey has led you to this point. Now, in the unfolding hush that follows the spark, you have a choice: to retreat into caution or to stand in the blazing frontier of what's possible when two destined hearts collide. The next steps you take will determine whether this love is merely a fleeting brush with magic or the key to a future that dwarfs your boldest dreams. Chapter 4: Where Love Ignites Purpose. As the connection deepens, you'll notice an extraordinary metamorphosis within yourself. This person, far from being just a romantic accessory, acts like an accelerant to your divine calling. It's as though their presence magnifies your strengths, sharpens your intuition, and fuels your ambition. You've always been driven, dear chosen one, but now your drive carries a new dimension, a sense that you're no longer walking the path alone, but side by side with someone whose spirit complements your own. In quiet conversations, they'll challenge your perceptions, urging you to dream even bigger, to question every limitation you've secretly clung to. Their belief in you is steadfast, not because they see you as flawless, but because they recognize your potential as limitless. In their eyes, your mission becomes clearer, more urgent. They fan the flames of your purpose simply by existing, and you reciprocate by shining light on their gifts, pushing them to explore uncharted territories within themselves. It's a sacred exchange, one soul reviving another, forging a partnership that feels orchestrated by forces beyond mere human intention. Your life outside this bond doesn't vanish. Rather, it expands to accommodate the energy surging between you. Projects that once seemed overwhelming gain momentum. You might find your creativity surging, words flow more easily if you're a writer, ideas spark effortlessly if you're an entrepreneur. Even mundane tasks like chores or errands seem lighter when you know you have a companion who believes in your path. There's joy in the synergy of two hearts beating to a single drum, each step you take reinforcing the other's vision. Of course, this surge of passion and productivity can provoke envy or skepticism in those around you. They might question how everything is happening so fast. Some may even scoff, attributing your newfound verve to mere infatuation. Let them. They don't feel the magnetic current that courses through your bond. Don't see the cosmic tapestry that reveals why your lives converge at precisely this moment. While they gossip or doubt, you continue to scale new heights, fueled by a love that resonates like a clarion call to your spirit. Still, love is not a panacea. Challenges will surface, communication pitfalls, external pressures, or personal insecurities might threaten the synergy you're building. But you stand armed with a rare advantage: a partnership where each individual is fundamentally committed to growth, both personal and collective. That commitment acts like a shield, deflecting negativity before it can sabotage what you're forging. And each trial you face together only further convinces you of the union's authenticity. Within this dynamic, you discover that love isn't just an emotion or a fleeting sensation. It's an engine that powers your higher calling. It's the difference between a lonely climb and a shared ascent, where both hearts breathe life into each other's dreams. So don't hold back. Let each day be a declaration that you refuse to settle for anything less than a partnership that fuels your destiny and enlivens your mission. Remember, as a chosen one, you were always meant to find an ally who'd help you transform your potential into a living, beating triumph. Chapter 5: The Healing of Wounded Spaces. In the midst of this alchemical romance, an unexpected benefit emerges. Your partner's presence illuminates parts of you that remained hidden or guarded for years. Old wounds, quietly buried, resurface with surprising intensity. Perhaps it's a memory of rejection, a betrayal by someone you trusted, or the echo of a childhood disappointment that shaped your self-worth. Suddenly, these ghosts of your past stepped into the light, begging for closure. Ironically, this is where the real magic happens. Far from being repelled by your scars, your newfound love partner holds space for you to face them head-on. In their eyes, you see acceptance rather than judgment. They acknowledge your pain without diminishing it, offering you the mirror of compassion your soul has craved. This is not a fairy tale fix where your lover magically erases every trauma. Instead, it's a compassionate alliance that says, we'll walk through this darkness together, and you will emerge stronger because you're no longer walking alone. You might feel vulnerable to an almost uncomfortable degree. Tears may come unbidden, triggered by subtle gestures or phrases that evoke painful remnants of your history. But each tear becomes a cleansing agent, washing away the residual shame or guilt you've carried like unwanted baggage. The intensity of your partner's devotion emboldens you to delve deeper, to peel back layers of self-protection that once kept love at arm's length. Before long, you notice that these wounded spaces, once black holes of sorrow, start to fill with renewed possibility, like seeds germinating in fertile soil. As a chosen one, you're no stranger to resilience. You've wrestled with challenges the average person might never fully comprehend. Yet this healing is a different battlefield. It's personal, raw, and inescapably intimate. With each memory you process, you reclaim a piece of your emotional autonomy, forging an unbreakable bond between you and your partner. You realize that love is not simply an external force. It's a transformative power that, once allowed to flow freely, regenerates every corner of your being. Family or friends who sense your shift may worry that opening these old wounds could sabotage your happiness. But you know better. You sense the cleansing in your bones, the liberation in your heart. Through healing, your love intensifies. Through vulnerability, your bond becomes nearly invincible. The love partner who stands beside you in this emotional crucible is no ordinary companion. They are the catalyst for a fuller expression of your destiny. They see the warrior in you, but they also nurture the fragile human who dwells beneath that armor. So let the healing continue. Embrace the tears, the deep conversations, and even the uncomfortable silences that speak volumes about the pain you've suppressed. Each step you take in confronting these wounds reaffirms your capacity for boundless love, not just for your partner, but for yourself. And that self-love, that newly forged alliance within your own spirit, becomes the unshakable foundation for every grand vision you'll bring to life. This is the promise of a love that uplifts beyond your wildest dreams. It doesn't just fill your heart, it mends it. Chapter 6. Building a Vision for Tomorrow. With the deeper wounds exposed and healing already in progress, a sudden clarity washes over you. Your life's horizon broadens dramatically, and you realize that mere survival or day-to-day contentment is no longer your goal. A swirling sense of purpose emerges. Anchored by the love you found, you and your partner start to dream together, weaving a tapestry of futures so vivid and vast that it could only have been conjured by two souls united by cosmic alignment. Whether it's a shared business venture, artistic collaboration, or philanthropic endeavor, your joined vision pulses with life, beckoning you to make it real. In private moments, you exchange laughter at how natural it feels to set your sights on previously unthinkable heights. No longer are you bound by old illusions that told you to stay small. Everything about this connection suggests expansion. Your heart capacity, your mission in the world, your readiness to embrace roles that once daunted you. Maybe you both talk about buying land to build a creative commune, or you consider tackling global issues like environmental sustainability, mental health advocacy, or educational reform. Whatever stirs your collective passion, it feels not only doable, but urgently essential. Of course, grand visions demand tangible effort. Days may turn into nights of brainstorming, resource gathering, and careful planning. Instead of draining you, this work electrifies every cell in your body. Suddenly, ideas you once shelved as impossible resurface as feasible, even necessary. You approach each obstacle with the unflinching confidence of a duo that knows adversity can't break a partnership forged in truth. The synergy between you transforms seemingly insurmountable tasks into stepping stones for greater achievements. Surrounding you, others sense the force of your combined will. Some will question your ambition, suggesting you slow down or be realistic. You recognize these doubts as echoes of a mindset you left behind. Instead, you hold each other accountable, checking in consistently to ensure you're both operating from love rather than ego. After all, ambition fueled by love is unstoppable, but ambition fueled by fear or vanity can collapse under its own weight. Each day, each conversation, each plan you set in motion becomes a reflection of the best in both of you. And let's not forget the sweetness amidst the drive. There are tender nights where you gaze at each other and marvel at how quickly and beautifully your lives intertwined. Even mundane tasks, buying groceries, cooking dinner, sorting mail, feel like sacred rituals when shared in a bond that resonates with such depth. In those quiet interludes, you discover that the root of your vision is not pure idealism, but genuine love. You're not conquering the world for the sake of pride. You're building a future in which your combined light can serve as a beacon for anyone who dares to hope. So you press on, confident yet humbled by the enormity of your dreams. You sense the momentum carrying you forward, like an invisible tide that has only begun to rise. In the hush of your soul, you hear destiny's exhale, an affirmation that, yes, this union, this synergy, is precisely what you needed to catapult your life to a realm of creative abundance. And as you step deeper into the unfolding tomorrow, you do so knowing that love has proven itself as the most potent catalyst of all. Chapter 7. The Dawn of Your Limitless Future. With every barrier toppled and every wound mended, you stand at the threshold of a brand new morning, both literally and metaphorically. The sun spills over the horizon, painting the skies with hues of fiery orange and gentle pink. In that blooming light, you see the reflection of your love and your destiny merged into a radiant pathway. This is the dawn of your limitless future, the moment you realize that what once felt impossible is now your daily reality. You sense an undercurrent of awe in the simplest details, the warmth of your partner's hand in yours, the synergy in your joint decisions, the unstoppable force you generate when you tackle challenges side by side. Everyone who witnesses your union can't help but feel that something transcendent is at work, some cosmic alignment that placed you exactly where you needed to be. This is no mere coincidence. As a chosen one, you've always walked a path marked by hints of the extraordinary. Now that extraordinary has found a fitting partner in your love life. The ripple effects are undeniable. You find yourself welcoming opportunities you might have ignored in the past. Perhaps it's a bold invitation to speak on a stage or a chance to lead a community initiative you once deemed too ambitious. Yet with your partner's unwavering belief fueling your courage, you step into these arenas with a faith that quells every tremor of self-doubt. Each victory, large or small, becomes a victory for both of you, a testament to how unity can manifest powers you never knew you held. Yes, challenges will still come. Life never quite stops throwing curveballs. But now adversity feels like a puzzle to solve rather than a sentence to endure. Your partner's perspective often unlocks angles you never considered, and your resilience shores them up when they feel uncertain. Where before you might have flailed in isolation, you now navigate with mutual grace. And each trial you overcome cements your sense of being unstoppable. Together you form an unbreakable link in the chain of destiny. At times, the magnitude of it all might bring a tear to your eye, a fierce, grateful tear. You remember the nights you lay awake wondering if real love would ever find you. You recall the heartbreaks that once threatened to close your heart altogether. Yet here you stand, living proof that the universe orchestrates your journey with immaculate timing. A sudden love partner has arrived, not just to fill a gap, but to elevate your entire existence beyond the threshold of your wildest dreams. So the dawn spreads wider, illuminating the infinite horizon ahead. You and your partner share a knowing glance, confident that whatever's next is a chapter you'll write in harmony. There's no dramatic finale here, just the ongoing promise of growth, of discovery, and of ever-deepening connection. In your chest, that quiet drumbeat of destiny continues, echoing the wisdom you've gleaned. That love can be the greatest revolution, the surest catalyst for a life that crackles with purpose. And so it goes, onward and upward, with hearts blazing and eyes fixed on the road yet to be revealed. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your support. Helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.